So we're back again for another night of fun at the cars. Done a wee bit of shuffling around recently. You can see in the background, M3's now at the ramp. Mini hiding in the corner. Took it off the ramp yesterday, put a couple of photos off. I had my friend Campbell up last night. We were doing some stuff to his F15 X5 series. He had oil service to get done, a few other bits and bobs, so give him a hand with that. But tonight, got some stuff to do to my X5, so let's get it in. So here we go. This is my 2014 BMW X5. This is an F15. That's a 30D, 3 litre diesel, straight six, single turbo. And it's been fantastic. We've had this for 5 years. Got it around about 73,000 miles, 76,000 miles. And we're now on 127. So around about 51,000 miles in the past 5 years, but it's been really good. Love the car. Drives great. But, it's well spec'd, there's loads of options on it. Head-up display, 7 seats, heated rear seats, night vision. There's quite a few other ones. Tow bar, that's the other important thing that I like. So, air suspension at the rear, springs at the front, 20-inch wheels. It's very nice, I do like it. It drives fantastic on the road, it's really good. A lot of people aren't really that keen on X5s, but I think they've not driven them because they really are good on the road. This is my second one actually. I'll put a photo in here of my first one. I had a 2005 E53 30D. That again was fantastic. This is just another level above that as well though, with the refinement and newer technology and stuff. But yeah, the E53 was fantastic as well. We've done a lot of miles in that. I'm sure we got that around about 92,000 miles. Was it 92? I think we sold it about 170. So we had that for a good few years. Travelled all over the country, been great for holidays, nice big boot for getting the suitcases in and all that stuff. So yeah, it's been good, but again, this has been fantastic. Really like this one. I didn't actually think I'd managed to get this spec when I first got it. I didn't think my budget quite stretched it, but I managed to get, this would be the first year of production for the F15. And I managed to get all the options that I wanted. Got a sport and got all the extra stuff, so it's been really good. I went to London to get the car. Bought it from Specialist Cars. Had a bit of an issue when I bought it. It wasn't as described. There was a lot of things up with it. But it was the spec I was looking for. So I'd rather buy a car on spec rather than condition. So I got the car, brought it home and I fixed it. So that's the way we've done it. We've really enjoyed using this, so it's been a fantastic car throughout the years. Oh, sideways. It's been really good. There's private plate on it just to hide it, hide the edge of it. A little tree outside the house keeps covering it in dreaded bird poo. Gets well used by the missus, so it never stops. It's constant, every day, back and forward. And yeah, so I'll not show the inside because it's not the cleanest. But yeah, absolutely love the thing. So we need to get a wheel alignment done and back bushes. So I've done plenty of things with this in the past. It's had all the front arms changed. I've done all the back arms, but the lower suspension bushes and the bottom arm, they needn't done, so the bottom arm bushes, that's the target for tonight. So get it on the lift, get some stuff shuffled about, but first we'll have to move M3 out the road. So we get that out, X5 on the ramp, get a wheel look around it. It's also saying it's due a set of rear pads in the next 900 miles, so we'll give that a check out as well, see what's going on. Let's go. Tonight, unfortunately, I left the microphones in the van, so you just have to put up with me shouting at the camera. I've looked after this myself since we bought it. It's not really been to the dealers for much. Had a leak in the air conditioning a few years ago. The drain pipes went. Stuck it into our local one at Eastern. But it was mainly just because I'd not had the car long and it was being to be approved used when I bought it. So it was more the fact of trying to hand it back and say they should have noticed this when it was sold, or I've not had it long and this has happened. So I did get it fixed with them, and a nice £1,200 bill for new front carpet and drying it out and all sorts. But that was another story. Someone else had been in there and fitted the drain tubes to the heater box, but not done a very good job. So we found out the hard way, and the carpet was soaking on the passenger side. So that was that. But anyway, got that fixed. It's been a really good car. Absolutely love the thing. It's going really well. It is the N57 engine, so timing chain at the back. And it's sitting at 127,000. We'll have to think about it soon, but it's not making any noises at the moment. We'll maybe leave that for later on, but we'll add it to the list. But anyway, it's always been serviced by me. Done all the brakes, done all the suspension arms, all that sort of stuff myself. And done one airbag at the back. I need to change them both. That was just wasn't the best quality one. It's a cheaper one that I put on that side, but we'll get a couple of decent ones on that as well. Get that added to the list for next time. But for now, let's get it on the lift and get it up in there. Get a wee look at these rear bushes, see how easy they're going to be to get out. Hopefully they'll not be too bad. But if not, we've got a fight on our hands. We'll get on with it. Anybody else have a wife like mine who likes to fill the car with all sorts? 5 minutes just to find the locking wheel bolt key. Yeah, there's some stuff in that boot. What a mess. Start off by slackening the back wheels. So there we go. We are up in the air. And if we have a look, these are the fending articles. 2 lower bushes that side, and 2 that side. Hopefully, that side there. Hopefully the exhaust won't get in the road on that side, but hey, well. This does have EDC as well. Electronic damper control. It's very good on it actually, works well. So yeah, right, let's get some tools out. Let's get cracked on. So there we go, it's not like a BMW to not have an oil leak. Nice wee surprise for me. Soaking wet Belshausen. Belshausen's wet, but I think I can see right at the very top. There is a drip from the tensioner. You probably can't see it on camera right enough, but chain tension at the very top, I think, is dripping. So we might be doing that timing chain sooner than I think of them. So yeah, that was the bottom cover. A bit damp. It's working its way back, so yeah, more things to add to the list of parts that need fixed on old BMWs. Yeah, let's get on with these bolts. Bushes. Right, so first up, we need to discharge the air pressure from the rear bags for the suspension. So pipes go along here, put a valve block along here. So we'll take this cover off. And get access to the pipes. So we have the compressor. There we go, the red and blue lines. Oh, here, going to the valve block just there. So slacking them off. Yes, if I'd remembered to bring my computer, I probably could have done it with this stuff. Plugged it in and depressurised it, but I didn't, let it now. Oops. And next up, we'll pop these covers off, because we need to get to the bolt on that side of it. The bolt will come out that way. So get that one off, and that one off. One off. Wiggle in, and that's them off. Let's remove the bit thicker around it. Exhaust now. There we go. Now we can access the bolts. Get them sprayed up a bit WD-40. Although first, because these are all adjusting bolts for camber and toe and all that sort of stuff, we'll get them marked up so that we don't lose the geometry. Although it is going for a four-wheel alignment very shortly after this is done, because it's pulling all about on the roads, so avoiding potholes and various wonderful things that you hit on the great roads in this country. Wonderful. Yeah, let's get these marked up. Right, luckily it's only the two. See, just a bit of a scrape on that one there. Just in there. And do the same on that side. And all I did is scoosh up. Really hoping these aren't seized in the bushes. Except they are. It's going to be all nice. Should be taking the door starter off for it. Or order new bolts. But soon find out. A few more things to squish up. And the bar drop link. Try and get the right height sensor off. Same on this side. Maybe squish up. Or up there. Probably end up taking this bottom damper bolt out. And then this one as well. But after here, forgot to take the wheels off, so take our stand back out. Drop it down, take the wheels off. You've all seen wheels coming off before, so let's get that out. Get onto these bits. That'll be okay, but I think these right height sensors are going to get a pain. Might have to pop the ball joint off them, but we'll see how we get on. Right, so my plan is to not take the arm off the car. I'm going to try to do it on the car. I've got a push-pull set down there. You would have seen me using a couple of cups when I was doing the press work the last couple of videos. So it's got a threaded rod with it, a couple of big nuts, and you can usually try and push bushes out with that. So I'm hopefully going to manage to change them on the car without taking all this lot off. But if it doesn't work, we'll take it off, we'll just pop it in the press. But we'll try and do it where it is, just down here. A couple of spanner sockets and bits and bobs. But we'll see how we get on. 18mm nuts. Straight away that's spinning. One bar. Repeat on the other side. That one came out quite nice. good. Right, I was actually dreading doing that little nut on the right height sensor, but I just done that one off camera and it came off like a wee sweetie. So hopefully this one will do the same, which it looks like it's doing. Now there's a good chance that these little ball joints will be seized in the rods, so maybe that's why it's coming off so easily. But we'll give it a bit of a spray up with penetrating oil once it comes off, and make sure that they're moving freely before we put them back on. But that's came off absolutely fine. Might have moved. It moved, but it's not stretching the bolt. Quite impressed that started moving after that. I do remember doing these bushes on the old X5. And for that I did take them fully off the car, put them in the press. And I just done the E39 M5 a year and a bit ago. You'll see one of those photos in the start of the video. It was done next door on John's press before I got mine. Again, took that off the car. Well, that's a good result. One down, 3 to go. This one hasn't got a nut on the end as such. It's one of the tabs. It's a nut welded to the end of a small tab because you can't actually get in there. So the tab's just pushed to the side. That one's sitting there. This one. This one has got a nut on it. I think someone's been here before. That's what it should have, like that. The tab sits against it because you can't really get up there. We've got a nut on this. Someone's been here before. Might not be that bad a job after all. Oh no, wait a minute, I found the tab. It's away around the side. That's there we go. Good. Found it. There's the tab that was on about. Basically a nut welded to a bit of metal. So that's one side. And this one, because it adjusts the toe on the rear, so these tabs on them would locate into these like pins or slots. That'll move the arm back and forward when you adjust the opposite side. Go. Just bolt out. I'm impressed they came out actually. I was expecting a fight. Even this bolt looks really good. I know the car's only just over 10 years old, so 2014, it'll be 11 years old now. hard winters in the UK, plenty of salt. It just corrodes everything underneath here. Right, that's right. Up there. Ooh, actually, let's see if it'll pull down a little bit. That'll sit there like that, that'll do it fine. So, why I'm changing these, there we go, corroded in the edge, it's been soft, I can push that with my finger, that should be solid, so, that one there, and that one there. I have these in the box, on the shelf, but I can get them. Right, so these are the wheel control arm bushes, or lower arm bushes. These are length order ones. I've had these for a year and a bit now, and luckily for me, it's the good stock. It's not the stuff that's made in China. This is all made in Poland, so this is nice. Good quality, so get them fitted. And get it back together, and get an alignment done. And yeah, that with that. Get it driving nicely. Look at that M3, love it. Dusty though. Should need a wash. It's been up here for a week. These are cars driving past there. So yeah, it's needing a wash. Been sitting here for a while, a bit dusty. But I think I'll spend Friday, because this weekend we have Glamis Castle car show. Or Glamis Transport Extravaganza, as I think it's called now. So yeah. Get that wee clean on Friday. Get it looking nice. But for now, let's get back to this. Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier about the, open this the right way up, good. This is the push-pull kit that I was on about earlier on. So you see me using these in the press last time, pushing out bushes and stuff, so you can put the press on the inside or the outside. And there's all different sizes. It's like Russian dolls. So yeah, there's different threaded rods you can put in it as well. I think I broke one of them. Yeah, it's probably in the drawer over there. These have wee roller bearings on the edge of them, and it should enable you to, yeah, the sound of it. It should enable you to change the bushes on the arms on the car. So I'm hoping that we'll manage to get them to move. Now that, I'm hoping, oh, I'm hoping twice, but there we go. Oh, just a bit too big. So we'll have to try and get that other one, which I think is sitting in the drawer back there. Get the right sizes of these. I think I'll put that over there. Like that. That's probably the right size for that actually. That one there. Another one in that size, just the size of the bush. And I'll push it through. Pop out the other side. In theory. So hopefully this shouldn't go too badly. Let's give it a shot. Right, so I have our two cups. This one about the right size of the bush. This one will sit on the outside. That through there. Up on that side. And we'll start tightening it up. These have roller bearings in them. Which is perfect for this sort of job. Right, so that's that set up. For an extra couple of bolts, it would be better just taking it off. We'll try this. If it doesn't go well, we'll take it. I think that done the sweet sum of hee-haw, as we would say here. Don't save messing about. so if we do it this way around, we've got the PVC strut off the bottom. Get this bolt out here. Right, so this one is the one that I snapped on my M5 a wee while ago. Bit of length of a bolt right the way through there. Snapped it off at the end, but this being a newer car, this should be a lot easier. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so crank the bottom. This is making that feeling like you don't want to feel. Remember I said it snapped off in the M5? This is insane. Yep. Ooh, maybe not. Making that noise, I like. That's good. I did not expect that. I had a horrible feeling to it, like it was stretching the bolt. Right, good. Oh. Happy with that, definitely. Time for my new tool. Let's make it work. I'll give it a shot. You can support all of that. I'll take this big bolt out. Now, it might work or it might not. Seems like it might. It's got the airbag, it's got top arms as well. 2 top link arms, so it might just hold it there. If it did, I'd be quite happy. Everything dry assembled. That's an annoying thing about cars these days. Doesn't take much just to put a bit of grease on things, you know. Some length of a bolt. Right, I've got it set up in the press here. Like up at the bottom. Unfortunately, I can't do it any higher up because this hits the edge of the press. So we're going to give that a go about there. Let's see how we get on. No bangs this time. I think it's because it's that one. It's just folding it in. It could be interesting to try to push that one in. I could think of a wee plan for that. Bush removed. So there we go. One out. Time to put one in. Right, since this has got the taper on that side, I have to push into the arm instead. We'll do it upside down. So I just ran a wee bit of Scotch Brite hard around the edge of that just to clean it up. Put it all back in, Paul. That looks very good idea. There is no locator on these, they're all exactly the same uniform of what I can see. Making the right noises this time. It's pushing the bush a little bit, but it's not too bad. go. Push in, quite happy with that actually. Went in quite well. One done, 3 to go. Now here we go again, round 2. Here's hoping we'll just fit in here and no more actually. There we go, making noise again. Just fitting in and no more. Really spin it round the other way, but we'll do. Yeah, we've reached the end of the road. There we go, getting there. We'll do the double cup trick again, I think. Good thing is these cups are all the same height. So don't worry too much about that. Oh, have to be space up a lot. Let me see. Take that up a bit. Not done too many, but should do it for this. We've not got far to go. Our bush removed. There we go. I'm so glad I took that off the car because there was not a chance they were coming off with the push and pull set. Another one down. Let's get it cleaned up. Well, we have hit a disaster. After me thinking I'd ordered the right parts, the wrong size bush. There's a difference. So yeah, let me go and have a look at some part numbers and we'll see where I went wrong. Oops. Well, there's no point stressing over it. It's only parts. We'll have a look on Wheelie OEM, find the right part numbers, put the chassis number in, see what they are, and we'll find them. Might even be at Euro car parts or something, so need a cup of tea. We'll have a look and see what we can see. Typical. So here we can see I've got the screenshot from Wheelie OEM, but there are no part numbers listed for those bushes. So Lemforder have only a 60mm bush listed for this car, but unfortunately the one I need is a 51mm bush. So I better get looking for it and see what I can find. So, these bushes here, which are 371441. Turns out they are for an X5. Yeah, for the front, lower, inner bushes. That's not what I need. So, put them back in the box, label them up, put them back in the shelf. I found another bush that I thought was maybe going to do the job, but turns out that's trailing arm bush with a split in it, so I don't think that's one. I think that's what we need 39. Well, the one I had in stock for the M5. So let's have a rake around, see what we can find, but typically BMW doesn't list any bushes, any part numbers for the rear lower arm bushes. It's by a whole bottom arm. That ain't happening, considering you can find the bushes online. But the ones that I've already fitted, the ones are the right ones for the car. They're fine. Just someone's listed the wrong part number and sent me the wrong one. Yay. There's your eyes. Right, for now I have fired the arm back in minus that bush. Just put a couple of bolts in it, just so it can hold it into place. One up there, one there, and one there. Just to stop this from falling down. Means I can get the stand over that side. And we'll get those bushes pressed out, get one of them pressed back in, so tomorrow just means I'm putting 2 bushes in and putting it back together. Let's crack on. get it in the press. First. Gotta use my new tool once again. Any luck, that should be as free. Oh my, that bush is ruined. Look at that. I knew I could feel something bad in the back of that when I was driving. Going along the road, and if you were doing about 70, I just wiggled the car a wee bit left and right, you could feel it jumping. So I think I'd almost push out actually. Wow. Yeah, just did. Let's get it in the press. Right, here we go again. So yeah, I managed to push that one out. That's how bad those bushes were. I didn't actually think they were that bad, but I knew there was something moving about. So I'm glad I'm here getting it done. So, what way are we going? Pretty nice that. I'm always a bit wary about putting one of them on top of another one. If it goes at a funny angle, it'll ping it out. There we go, bush removed. There's the casing. Pushed out nicely. So, let's get it cleaned up. We've got this one, so we'll get that one put back in. And then get that one out. Yeah, so there we go. New bush. Tapered edge at that side, we'll push it in that way. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's just level both sides. I think we can go with that. That looks good to me. One done. Bush removed. So that's the arm ready for the new bush. We'll just give it a wee wipe round with a bit of Scotch Brake. Bit of clean up. But unfortunately, that's all we're doing tonight. So we might as well tidy up a little bit. I'll lay that back on the car, so I've done the last time, because I need to get some stuff from inside. Like my keys. Because I'm going home. Well, it's always the simple things that catch you out, eh? Wrong size parts, eh? Typical. Completely wrong size, so. Speak to my friends tomorrow, get some new parts. And hopefully get this thing back together tomorrow night. Off that. Soft closed doors, it's great. So yeah, if you stuck around this long, thanks very much. Feel free to click the like button, hit subscribe, give it a shot. Always helps me, the algorithm and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll get some new bushes, get up here tomorrow, and get this thing back together. But for now, I'm going home, the M3. Catch you tomorrow. Right, we're back. And we've got the bushes. After a bit of a delay, it was Thursday, so we tried to get the last bushes. They sent us the same ones that we already had. So we had to order them Friday, got them on Monday, and we've got them. So this time we've got some Febby bushes. And this will get the job done. Accidentally got the wrong ones the first time round, but friend Ian from Dingro got it sorted for me. It's been a couple of days, as I say, this is now Tuesday. Something like so, keep them working. So this is now Tuesday. And took the car home on Saturday, gave it a good wash. And we went up the road to Dundee on Saturday and went to Glamis Castle car show on Sunday. Absolutely cracking weekend, it was brilliant. Someone was splitting the skies all weekend. Brilliant time, absolutely great. So got some goodies when we were up. I'm going to try this out from Autosmart. I've got a nice spray gun for it as well, so we'll test this out on the bellhound with the X5 so we can get that oil off and have a look at the tensioner while it's here. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get these bushes in the arms and get it back together. So let's get up in there, let's go. Right, so first up, get these bolts out, take the arms back off again, and we'll get a pop in the press to get the bushes back in it. Right, so first bush, a bit noise next door, the guys are working. That one in there. I'm trying out a new camera as well, so hopefully the audio is okay. And I get a little bit big, that cut. Yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. So then far enough now. Right, one done. Let's put it back together. Right, so for rebuilding this, we need to get all the bolts at the right top. So I've printed this off from Ista. Here is the rear subframe with a layout of all the various arms and links. And here we have most of the torque specs. I've got a few other ones behind it. This will tell us what we need. So we're aiming for the rear lower, where are we, number 3.
So yeah, right at this point my neighbour's compressor fired up and it makes the most horrible noise. It's horrendous, so I decided to turn the audio off and just voice over it. So yeah, here it's got all the torque specs. It tells you exactly what bolt and what nut should be torqued to what spec and what degree. So it's really handy, it's a great piece of kit. So that'll tell us what to do. So yeah, that's the shock absorber one as well. 165 Newton meters, and I think that's an anti-roll bar, also 100 Newton meters, so all good. So yeah, still making a noise, so this is me putting it back on the car, lining it up, getting it to line up with the hub, and we'll get the bolts back in, get them all torqued up. It's a bit awkward to put in this one, the two different bushes sit at a different angle, so you have to put them in straight. A bit of a fight, but give it a wriggle. It does eventually go in, but you've got to have it fairly flat before it goes in. So here I'm just giving it a wiggle. Should pop in in a wee second. There we go. Then we'll get the bolts in. We tap here and there. So yeah, grab the bolts, give them a bit of a clean up, and you'll probably see it off camera. End up going and grabbing some copper slip or copper grease. Try and prevent them from corroding and sticking in the future. That should help. So just cover the shafts of the bolts and pop them back in. Takes a wee seconds. There we go. That's one of the back ones. That's the one that's adjustable. It's got the tab on the far side that locates into the recess. So we'll put that one in, give it a bit of a wiggle. A bit tricky, everyone's pushing in different directions. There we go. So that's it going through. We'll get the alignment tab on that as well, and then the big nut on top of that. That one's a big torque on that one. That's 250 Newton meters onto that bolt. Tricky as well, you have to hold it in place at the time, but you'll see that later on. So there we go, that one done. That's it, just give it a wee tighten up there, just to get it snug. As well. That locates the back of the bolt. It's a bolt on that really small piece of metal so it doesn't spin. So get that as well. Just shove it up a little bit, get into the hub. There we go, give it a wee tighten up. A few times with the spanner, a wee bit tricky because the exhaust's in the road right there. I popped the hanger off, you can just see that below my hand. The rubber off the exhaust, just to let it drop down a little bit. So there we go, that's us onto the big bolt. It goes from the swinging arm into the hub. A bit more copper slip on that as well, just to try and prevent it from corroding in the future. Actually quite impressed that these haven't corroded already. They're really clean when they came out. But I thought while it's out, make it easier for the future, so that's a nut going in the end. That one's not adjustable, so it's just hold it in place and torque it up. Can we nip up with a spanner if you get the right one? There we go. Then this is onto the next one, put the damper bolt back in again, a little bit copper slip on the threads again, maybe tighten up. So here you can see just lifting the arms up to get to the right height for tightening up the bolts, tighten the bushes in place. I always do it the right height so that it doesn't tear the bushes. So because there's no pressure on the airbags, lift it up with my stand. Works a treat.
Right, so with this having no pressure on the airbags, use my stand, managed to lift it up to the right height. As we measured earlier on to get the right height for it, so it's about there, about 430mm from the arch, the centre of the hub. So bushes should be, as they will be with weight on it, in the right location. So good to torque everything up. I'll leave the sway bar off for now because I'll have to do that side as well. We'll get that afterwards, but let's get them torqued up. $165 for that one. That looks like 90 degrees to me. See my mark on that there. Right. This next one's a tricky one. You have to hold it perfectly straight so you can keep the tracking right. Tighten up on the front. 250 Newton meters. The big one. Just get my foot round set. Go for that. We're getting a wheel alignment shot there, not too far away.
Right, so that's the noisy neighbour again, so I thought I'll just voice over this bit again. Back onto torquing up these bolts, 130 Newton meters on this one. And then after we've done that, excuse the funny face, I'm getting deafened by noise. Then I'm going to mark it up. A wee pencil, left my marker pen in the house, dafty. Mark that up and then we'll spin it round 180 degrees. There we go, just getting that on there. My torque wrench actually has a setting for doing degrees, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be working very well, so take the stand out and repeat on the other side. There we go, taking the bolts out, get the arm off and get it in the press. There we go, new bush ready to go in. Let's get it sitting right. Give it a little bit lubrication. Extra cup on the top for support. And get it pressed in. This press has been one of the best things I've bought. Got it on deal from SGS. And fantastic. There we go, another one fitted. That's good, let's get it back on the car. There we go. Still making noise, so have to put the wee rabbit on here. This one's a bit awkward to get in, that front bush you can see on my right hand side. That was a pest just with the way the suspension was lying. Get the drop link threaded through the hole, a wee tap. I'm getting lined up, get some bolts in them. That's the front bolt in. Camber tab going on. And the bolt in the nut. So I said that back one was tricky. It's sitting at a funny angle for some reason. Put up a bit of a fight. Give it a nip up. That's the one that's got the tab on the far side. Damper bolt going back in. Again, I've put some copper slip on all these. Big long bolt going in. Swing arm into the hub. Then give it a bit of a wiggle, line up the other side. And push it through. And then we'll just lift up the suspension and get it up to height again. Ready for torquing everything up. As I say, that one was still giving me an issue, so had to fight with that one, get it through. We'll get it set up for the correct height. Got a measuring tape. As I said before, I measured it roughly from the bottom edge of the arch to the centre of the hub. About 430mm. Damper bolt going on again, give it a torque up, 165 Nm. One done, onto the back one. 130. 90 degrees, I think it is. Giving it a mark up again. Yep, 90 degrees on this one. That looks good. And the big one at the front. 250 Nm. I should have actually got my big DeWalt torque wrench out. That one does up to 300 Nm, I think, but the only thing is, it's because it's American, it's marked in pounds foot and you've got to convert everything, so it makes it a bit awkward. There we go, it actually says 250 on the screen there, but it didn't come out. Front long bolt going through the hub. Torqued up, then we'll mark it again. There we go, that's 90 degrees going on. After here, I forgot to grab the other side of the bolt. But luckily for me, it's nipped in place. It's not turning. There we go, final turn. A little bit more. Job done. Drop the suspension back down. And we got on to anti-roll bar droplets. Put the nuts on. And the level sensors.
Right, so there we go, we're all back together, all torqued up. You see it's looking a bit wet, so I had some liner guard lying about. Not too pleased about it, but I thought we'd give it a go. I've done some on my father-in-law's Volkswagen Amarok a wee while ago, and seems to be alright. It's went fairly solid, so quite like my X5, so if I can try and prolong it, then why not? Let's give it a shot. So I've got plenty of it there, so I've covered all the subframe and all the bits I could see around about the place. So we got the, see if I had my torch, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Right, so up here we've got these two airlines put back on, and I've put some thicker grease up there because it looked a bit like it was starting to corrode. So I've covered all the edges, put a bit of liner guard on it and treated all the inside edges, so that's all good. Quite impressed with my new brake cleaner. That cleaned up quite nicely. Give that a good squish right up there, so hopefully that'll tidy that up. But we've done some of these edges and it's alright. So yeah, doesn't look too bad at all. So we'll drop it down, get the wheels on it, and I'll hang around here for a wee while. It's soaking wet outside, so I'll end up washing the liner guard off, so I'll wait a wee while and let that start drying off. Get things tidied up, and yeah, take it for a test drive. Right, there we go, we're back together. Under trays back on, wheels on, got it back on the ground, fired it up, and suspension came back to life. Fired up the compressor, fired up the bags, so that's it back to normal. So I've just got that wheel to torque. That's about it, done that on a minute ago. Yeah, checked some levels, checked the engine oil levels, all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to let it sit in here for a wee while because I don't want the liner guard to run off straight away. So get back here, because it's chucking it down with rain still outside. So we'll get this stuff tidied up. Happy us. Get it taken home, swap it for the M3, bring that back up the road. Let's get on with it. Right, so wheels torque 140 Newton meters. That's what it says in the book. That's what I always do. They're big wheels, they need a good torque on them. I always do them up in a 5-star, like star-shaped pattern. Copper slip on the edge of the bearing, on the hub, and leave it on the threads on the bolts. Don't do the shoulder because that's where it grips. But yeah, that's that. Torqued up. Knock the wheel bolt back in it. I think we tied up some tools and we'll get down the road. Yeah, took a while. This that's it done. Runs like a sweetie, this car, really does. So that's it all back together. A little bit of a tidy up. Really glad that's done. That's been on the list of things to do for a while now. So we'll leave this here for a wee while. We'll let the lanyard guard dry and we'll fire up and get it in a wee while, and we'll bring the M3 back up the road. Hi all, I decided to end the video there as the audio wasn't very good going down the road in the car, but I'm glad to say the X5's back together, running brilliant. It's a nice run down the road. There's a difference now in the bushes. There's no longer a shimmy from side to side. Previously I could shake the car one way and you get a jump, and you get to jump again because the arms were moving. So that's now all fixed and all back together. Driving great, so that's superb. So if you stuck around this long, thanks very much, and give it a like and a share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again, cheers.